Jeremy, I'm going to ask you, when you're inside of that steel cage and you look around and there is no escape, there is no way out, what is going through your mind?
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter what you're thinking at that point. As soon as you realize that there's no escape, you get two basic senses as a human being, fight or flight. You look around that cage and you realize that flight's not an option. You've only got one choice to do. It doesn't matter who you are. You've got to stand in there and fight.
So a lot of that fight may very well come from fear.
Absolutely. It's going to be fear. It's going to be instinct. You know that you have got to pummel the other guy. It's not enough just to hurt him. Here we get a pinfall.
1, 2.
There's a quick 2 count. Shadow almost got that quick victory, but again, it's not about a victory for Shadow. And it's probably not about a victory for AJ. It's about inflicting pain.
Shadow standing 7 foot tall in the center ring. Action Jackson is down, and Action Jackson is a man, like he said, this man has been in wars. As we watch Shadow go to the second rope, up the top, leg drop, and Action Jackson rolls out.
And it's going to take a big mistake like that from Shadow for AJ to capitalize. AJ on top now. AJ is going to be tough to stop once he gets going, especially in that cage match. Rubbing Shadow's face in that steel. That hurts. That is grating his skin here.
Surely blood will be bludgeoned in this match. There will be blood. There's no doubt. I haven't seen a steel cage match where both gentlemen left without blood covering their bodies. Now, if you look closely, if our cameras pick it up, I can see it from here. Shadow's already got some blood on his back from going into that steel cage.
Absolutely, he's got some lacerations on his back. And like you said, you don't walk out of a steel cage the same man as when you walked in, Derek.
One of the things I wanted to mention as we get ready for the Irish whip. Oh, that time it was face first into the steel cage. Now Action Jackson down. This Action Jackson who we're talking about, he's been in wars. He's been up against the likes of Abdullah the Butcher, the One-Man Gang, the Freebirds, the Von Erichs. This man has been in there with the best, and he has walked out on top on numerous occasions. He is able to do the impossible. He's done it before, and damn it, it could happen again. It's a very motivating thing. Clothesline, Shadow's down.
Well, he's absolutely going to have to do the impossible tonight and in 1 week. His work is cut out for him. That's why it's so important for Shadow. All the legendary figures.
Look at that face. Look at that face being pressed up against the steel fence.
Oh, that's going to leave marks for weeks. All the legendary figures that Action Jackson has faced. Can you imagine the feather in the cap? What it would do for Shadow's career, not only to maintain his title shot, but to say that he was the man that took the Texas legend, Action Jackson, out of commission.
Zane Morris could not do it.
Iceman King Parsons couldn't do it.
No one here has been able to do it. Lance Romance sent a whole entourage after him, and Action Jackson still walked away victoriously. He's down once again, though. He's down. Damien outside. Shadow climbing to the ropes.
Is he escaping or is he going after punishment here?
He's on the top rope.
I think he's going to try to look to get out right now. He may feel like he's done just enough damage to Action Jackson here.
Well, he's got 3 more benefactors to face along the side.
Right, he's turning back around here. We're going to see something aerial from Shadow.
Off the top.
Taking AJ out just as AJ gets to his feet. He's knocked right back down.
Jeremy, I'm going to ask you a question. You got a better view than I do. Is that blood coming from the face of Action Jackson?
Well, I've been looking. Obviously, this cage obstructs you a little bit.
1, 2.
There's a kick out, but I do believe AJ's busted open here.
I'm waiting for a camera shot to verify our thoughts.
Action Jackson been down for a while. Shadow now trying to intimidate Donnie Mueller. And yes, I see it, Derek. He has got blood. Action Jackson is bloodied. This is not going to fare well. These fans know it. You can see the fans. The worry is in their face that their hero, as Action Jackson goes low there, their hero is in trouble.
What I was trying to mention earlier, it's a very motivating thing when you know your livelihood, what you love, what puts food on your table, what pays your rent is on the line, and that is the career of Action Jackson. He has got to walk away from this match on top and have his health, have his strength to face the Dark Circle in 1 week, or he is out of PCW.
Well, Derek, all these years, this is what this man has done to raise his kid, to see that his family is taken care of. Like you said, paying bills. He gets in this ring and he fights for a living. That's what we do in this business. We fight for a living. And if Shadow is able to do it at Sick and Twisted, he might be able to eliminate his ability to earn a living.
The fight's going out in the corner. Shadow coming in.
Oh, he misses.
Action Jackson ducks out. Well, he is covered in blood. Now climbing to the top rope. He's on top of Shadow. He's got a hold of Shadow's hair. AJ on the top rope, holding onto the fence for balance. Dragging Shadow up. He's got a handful of Shadow's hair, and Shadow had better climb those ropes or he's going to walk away bald. Both men on the top rope now.
Oh! It's one thing to hit the cage, but he hits the steel beams that hold this together.
Oh, God almighty.
Those beams do not give, Derek. I'm telling you, something's going to give, but it's going to be a human head. 3 times now.
That time it took him down. That time it took him down.
Derek, I don't want to take away from this match, but not only are these two men, these two incredible athletes going to Sick and Twisted, but we are going to crown 4 title matches. 4 title matches at Sick and Twisted.
Unprecedented. Never been done before. Off the top rope. The big fist to the top of the head. Look at Shadow. His shoulders are covered with the very blood being spilled from the face of Action Jackson. Tell me about the 4 titles.
4 titles, the first ever light heavyweight championship crowned. Thunder, Samir, and Morris going at it. As you see AJ in control here.
Heavy right hand.
Tag titles, Keg Brothers versus Sid and Putski. We're going to see, of course, London and Chronic for the television title. And in our main event, Fox taking on Jarrett. If Fox can make it,
Fox can be here
for the heavyweight title.
That face is again being pressed up against the steel fence. Slammed. A second setup. Slammed once again. Face first into the fence.
You can tell right now the only match at Sick and Twisted these people are thinking about is these 2 men. AJ going into this gauntlet match against the Dark Circle. One of these guys is going to have to win that match, but both of these guys are going to go in less than 100%.
Shadow has still not been busted open, but these right hands are taking their toll. He's down. Shadow down again.
I guarantee you, since Shadow started this phenomenal rise, have you ever seen anyone take it to him like this, Derek?
1, 2, and just a 2 count. Just a 2 count. Action Jackson looked at Donnie Mueller like, are you serious? But it's true. Shadow kicked out of the pinfall.
You know, you look for little tendencies in guys. You try to read their eyes. And right now, Shadow's eyes, he has that glaze in it, Derek. He can't tell up from down. And if you don't have your senses in a cage match, you're in a whole hell of a lot of trouble.
Hell, his eyes are crossed, Jeremy.
But you see Action Jackson is spent just as badly. Blood pouring from his forehead. He ain't gonna cover here.
2, no, just a 2 count, and that was even a close 2 count.
Shadow absolutely one of the biggest tests of AJ's career here, and it may be the final test if Shadow and his Dark Circle get their way.
Damian still outside, not a factor so far, not since they got inside of the cage. Exchanging blows in the center of the ring. Shadow takes over. Irish whip. Here comes Action Jackson. He ducks the big boot. He gets a big booyah. He got it. He did it. He did it.
That's got to be it. It looks like Action Jackson's going to walk out of this cage the victor, going to Sick and Twisted to face the Dark Circle in a gauntlet match. He's going to try to escape. Damian's on the outside, though. You got to keep your eye on him.
Everyone in this ring cheering for Action Jackson to escape the cage. He's got 1 foot out. He's got 2 feet out.
Wait, no, Derek, he's not climbing out.
You have got to be kidding me. He is not about to. No, my God. Oh, my God. Never been done before. Action Jackson has just flown from the top of the steel cage.